very long journey, and even though I haven't dropped a video yet, but there's another video about my experience with the dealership and my disappointment with the news they got me. It's been over a year and a half getting this car, and I've been very excited, saved money. I refinanced 2 quadruplexes. I sold 2 houses and 5 cars in that time to be financially in a position to get this car for my retirement, 21 years of service. Somebody asked me if I'm ever gonna sell this car. Not a chance, not a chance. I bought this car, it is the last car that I'm gonna do something like this with. So, but anyways, unfortunately the news is that I'm not gonna be able to get the car at the price that I wanted it for, and that there is gonna be a markup. I will have to do another video because I don't know the legalese or if that's even right or wrong, but right now my back is against the wall and I gotta make a decision on whether I'm gonna get this car or not, you know what I mean? So before I go any further, I'm gonna introduce you to the person who's just sitting here. You know the camera's on, right, sis?
Yeah.
So this is my sister, my older sister, Tanya. There you go. So in the meantime, within like 2 weeks, I just moved to Colorado Springs, to Fort Carson for the military, and she's allowing me to have a room so I can afford the payments on this car. So I'm gonna let her talk about herself.
Hello, everyone. So happy to have my baby brother here. It's a pleasure for him to be here with us. We've never lived in the same location, and so happy to have him here. And I finally am not an only child anymore. I finally have a brother and partner in crime, and he's already pitching in, mowing the grass, and putting it down for us. So thankful that he's here and able to reconnect. And I know a lot of you have been following him for years, but you might not know our story. So
why are you here today?
I am here for support. I am the best cheerleader ever, and I am here to support him when he finds out the news of how much he has to pay for this car.
Yeah. No, it's craziness. Like I said, very unexpected. The problem is I'm emotionally invested in this car, getting the allocation, and then also waiting, the timing. This car is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity for me and anybody else who want this car. And it's either now or never. If I don't buy it now, I won't be able to afford it later. And that's pretty much what happened. My thing is, I have a range, and I think I had one of these videos, I said I was willing to pay a little more. Well, a little more really was going to be just the taxes and insurance, because it probably cost me about $20,000 just to get a tag for it. But I was thinking that something might have happened, and now they might say, hey, Mike, it's an extra $25,000 on it. And I'm like, okay. But when I talked to the guy, it was significantly more, and I really went into depression about it for about a weekend. I was angry, I was frustrated, and I almost lost some friends because they weren't sensitive enough about this. And that's one of the reasons why my sister is here, because to be honest, this is a first world problem. This is not a big deal, all right? I don't wanna sound, callous or inhumane. I do realize that most people don't pay this much for a house. I don't pay this much for a house myself. And it is a first world problem, but as somebody who works in the mental health field, problems are relative. So I'm very sensitive to anybody and their needs. And for some reason, this affects me more than what I really expected to. And part of it is because, as you know, I've been on this for over a year, and I've made sacrifices along the way. I hope to start showing some of those, because I think those are more important than this car itself. This car is kind of the carrot at the end of all of those sacrifices, to include my military service. All right, so my thing is, 25,000 is what I had. That was not what they told me. At first, the guy was like, hey, it's gonna be $293, which is $100,000 more. And that took my breath away. And I didn't want to, I kind of went blank. I really didn't hear anything else afterwards. And the conversation deteriorated from there. Over that weekend, somebody from the NSX Type S group reached out to me and was very gracious and actually talked me off the ledge, because I was like, the hell with them. I'm going to lawyer up, all this crazy talk about, going to the news, so on and so forth. And from what I understand, and like I said, I don't have any details. I still don't know how this works or if it's possible, but it's par for the course. They're not just picking on me, because that's my initial thought, was they're picking on me, but they weren't just picking on me. That's kind of what everyone is paying for the car. And when I thought about it, I said, okay, what would you be willing to pay for the car? So if the car is at a certain price, I say, hey, it has value. I'm an investor. I'm a person who's really big into numbers. So I say, what I have to think about is, what can I afford, number one, right? Because I have other things going on. This was supposed to be like a short detour to get back into my real estate. But at a certain price, this thing could put me it'd be like having a flat tire on my money grab to actually get more real estate. If the price is significantly more, because it'll ruin my debt to income ratio, it'll ruin my cash reserves. And also the payments can be so high that I won't be able to save as much as I wanted to. So with all that being said, my number was, hey man, I'm thinking, hey, right now, over the weekend after I calmed down, based on what I've seen on the internet and what I've heard people have paid, I'll take that $293. I'm gonna hate it, I'm gonna be angry, right? It's frustrating, but I'll buy it. And even if I can't hold it long enough, I have to just sell it when I can't hold it anymore. But I feel like there's never gonna be a time I'm gonna be in a position to do this again. And this is the first and probably the last time I'm gonna buy a car brand new. This experience has not been the best, not have been what I expected. So here we are. If the price is lower, of course, we're gonna celebrate like it's 1999. And we're gonna be counting money, all right? I hope they were gracious, but at the same time, dealers gotta make money. They have to do things to protect their interests also. Do I like it? No, hell no. Nobody likes to pay more. And I have my feelings about it. I don't want to tarnish this video or tarnish that dealership or the people that work hard to get me in a position to even have first right of refusal about it. So without further ado, all right, I'm gonna try to do this screen share. So let's see, I think I was already on screen share. Oh my God. So most of our stuff is here, and then we was the little piece right here. Okay. All right, so don't look at the rest of this. This is, so here's the proposal. As stated in my prior text, this vehicle is yours based on the $10,000 down payment given to procure the 2022 NSX. You will have first right of refusal to purchase the 22 NSX. I have attached our written and signed proposal. Please review and let me know your final decision. You will have 72 hours to respond. After 72 hours, your $10,000 will be refunded and the vehicle will be released and offered for sale. Alrighty, and I'll mark out his name. All right, so if I don't like it, I can walk away. No harm, no foul. I get, $10,000 to do something that I don't know, buy a Honda Civic with nowadays. And that's pretty much what they told me before, that I would have first right of refusal. And the thing that they gigged me on, because I didn't have a written agreement on the price quote, that was the legal loophole. Now, is that a real legal loophole? Because I'm not a lawyer, right? I'm not a lawyer at all. I don't know. But in 72 hours, this car is going to go to market, and one of you guys can buy it if I don't buy it. So, all right, I'm going to turn my head at first. Oh my God, I can almost see it. Is it up?
Uh-huh. Okay, scroll a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Market adjustment.